We represent the South's last best places, and the stewards of these lands are America's true conservation heroes. Whether it's our famed quail plantations and high-quality recreational lands, islands and coastal properties, unique ranches and farms, or even our trademark social storm properties, what the places we represent all have in common is they have high intrinsic value. For over 30 years we have developed this niche, becoming its ambassadors and building it in what it is today. So many landowners now trust us to show their land's highest value, rely on our buyer Rolodex, and benefit from our concierge marketing that we close an average of $500,000 a day, 7 days a week. Today, our lands are consistently in the national spotlight and universally recognized by investors worldwide. In order to share this lifestyle with even more people, we went beyond the role of a broker to produce this short film series. We share the landowner's experience, take a peek at what the next chapter may hold, or even look back generations to discover the secrets that led us here today. These are our lands, lifestyle, and legacy. We are John Kohler and Associates. Join us as we give tribute to the land and the heroes that steward over these last great places. One of the great things about what we do is we get to know some of America's most talented families. We then share their insights with you on what they did to improve the land as they share their legacy. Today, we're going to introduce you to a property that has not only been in the same family for almost 200 years, but has just completed construction of what has already been acclaimed as one of the top 100 homes in all of Georgia. Words alone can't describe how incredible this home is. In fact, touring it reminded me of what it must have felt like to see a new Greenwood, Watercress, or Chinkapin in its heyday. This truly is one of the finest homes found on any plantation. The property is one of the most diverse, well-capitalized recreational and income-producing properties in all of the South. It has world-class equestrian facilities, the best in wildlife habitat from trophy whitetails, waterfowl, to wiregrass-covered quail woods. The gun range is 1 mile long. The gun room holds more than 120 firearms and is what I would expect King Solomon himself would build. This irrigated farmland has some of the best soils in Georgia and sits atop one of its most prolific aquifers. This is one of those hard-to-find places that we all dream of, as it's designed for the best in recreation, entertainment, and income. Join us as we take an inside look at what will go down in history as one of the South's most iconic properties. Welcome to Big Creek Farms.
I'm Justin Studsdale, and welcome to Big Creek Farms. Big Creek Farms is a 3,000-acre hunting farm and a working row crop farm. It's a very diverse mix of landscape. We've got a little over 1,000 acres of tillable farmland that is leased out currently. And then you've got 2,000 acres of quail habitat, white-tailed deer habitat, turkey habitat, duck habitat. This farm is unique in the hunting opportunities. It offers hunting of about every species of game that you can find in South Georgia. You know, I think the most important aspect of owning land is just being a good steward of the land, and that means leaving the land in better shape than how you found it. And I think without a doubt, I can say that about this place. We have tried to take it back to a natural state. My goal was to get the woods looking like they would have looked 200 years ago. One of the main things that they talk about is just the diverse nature of the wildlife. I mean, you can come here, duck hunt in the morning, you can quail hunt through the middle of the day, and you can get in a deer stand in the afternoon. So you can just hunt so many different species of game here that's really what a lot of people talk about, is just how much you've got to offer here. I took an interest in making this place the best that it could possibly be for white-tailed deer hunting. And what we've done is just developed a program where we're year-round feeding them protein, we're planting food plots, we're worming the deer. I think we may be one of the few people that worm deer, and we worm them through the feed that we feed them. We were focused on quail habitat and how can we have good quail habitat? Well, the answer to that was to open up the woods and get all the native grasses reestablished in here. And the trick to getting it to proliferate is just burning late, burn May and June, and that makes the biggest difference. On this north end of the farm up here, we've got 2 impoundments that this irrigation, the wells will actually flood. So you can grow, one of them's probably 4 acres, the other one's about 6. We plant it in corn, and then the pivots actually go across. It's got dikes in it, so you can irrigate the corn if it gets dry in the summertime. So John, this is our long-range shooting house. This, you notice it's up on stilts. That's because the elevation fall from here to the target. It's a mile to the target. So you can stretch a gun out a mile here. Then the rest of the range, you can go 1,000, 500, 300, 200, and 100. It's really a unique piece of property in that it's got the ability to generate income and revenue stream from the row crop leases, which typically complement all the wildlife and the hunting aspect of it. This farmland is basically 3 predominant soil types. Farming and agriculture, you want a highly drained soil, but you want the soil to have the ability to hold the nutrients in it and not leach out. And all 3 of those are recognized in Georgia as farmland of statewide importance. That means that soil type is recognized by the state as prime farmland. There are a ton of farmers in this area. It's a very competitive process. We get top dollar for our farmland because there's literally a list of people that are in line to rent it. The aquifer here is great. You can get 3,000 gallons a minute out of some of these wells, pumping 160 foot deep. John, this is one of my favorite places on the farm. This is our guest house and cabin, and it's a 4-bedroom cabin. We built it with a walk-in cooler bar and a stage, so we built it with entertainment in mind. We like to come over here in the wintertime when it's cool, open these garage doors up where it's open air through here, get a good band playing, get the grill going, and just have a good time. So this, to me, has been one of our favorite venues on the farm. And then we usually start the quail hunting here. We'll have somebody come in, they'll cook lunch if we want to eat lunch or have dinner when we come in. The quail buggy's back there. We meet up here and then hunt and then wind our way back here at the end of the day.
My name is Haynes Studstill, and we started looking for properties because we knew we wanted to be out in the country. We wanted to be on a farm. I had horses. My daughters like to ride and everything, and so we wanted to be in the country and have a place for our horses to be right around the house so you could look out the window and see the horses. And so finding a property with existing live oak trees that we could build the house around and kind of nestle the house right in amongst the live oak trees was really important to me. And we really designed everything around the oak trees. I know that seems strange, but they just speak to my heart, and I love the majesty of the live oaks in this area. And these trees are probably 300 to 400 years old. And so when you kind of look at them and you think how long ago God planted that one seed that turned into this majestic live oak tree, it's just something that I just appreciate about being out here and appreciating God's creation.
Doug Carter. I'm an interior designer. I have a design consulting business. In this project, it was mainly to make it feel southern. It's more sophisticated by far from a lot of the properties you may see. It's new, but it's made to feel old yet current. It has a very generational layering to it, so the architecture may feel like it was done in 1840s, but then there's certain aspects that are very current. The actual planning and the rough sketches, it took us 9 months to a year before we really were able to give it to a contractor. This house is, in my opinion, it's a rare breed. There's not a house that I know of that is to this caliber. I don't. with the land, the overall details of this house and this property. It's a gem. You know, it is. It's a gem. I would say that this house would rank in the top 100 in the state, for sure. The issues of recreating this, for one, in today's environment with the labor force that we are facing, post-COVID, is playing Russian roulette to a certain degree. When you get into this caliber of a home, you could miss your target by $2 or $3, $4 million easy, just by labor costs or the supply chain or delays in materials. So our floors that we used are a French oak floor that were fumed and stained before they were even installed. And they have an oil rub finish on them, but they have the flooring in the foyer, a true parquet that they've done in France for 300 years. So it has a really old feel to it. A lot of the light fixtures in the house we incorporated from former residents that the family had. A lot of antique chandeliers and sconces to give that generational feel as well.
I love the details that Doug put into it. The doorways, the molding, the trim, picking out rugs and fabrics and pulling everything together. I mean, everything we did was layered in intentionally to play off of the next space next to it so that everything has a very cohesive feel as you move through the house. So Lakeland is a very sweet town. I tell people a lot of times that we live in Mayberry. It looks like Mayberry on the Andy Griffith Show. You've got all the great local people that run these mom and pop type restaurants. That's just great food and great people.
It's just a good place to live. The people are very friendly.
And then Valdosta is just, 17, 18 miles away. Of course, the airport is really nice and big. We have Delta that flies in here from Atlanta, so it's very convenient to be, 25, 30 minutes from a major airport.
You're 12 miles from the Berrien County Airport up here in Nashville. You've got I-75 that's about 20 miles to the west of us.
It's very convenient to the beach, so less than 2 hours you can be on Sea Island. So everybody kind of had things that they wanted. And it just, this is the end product, and it's literally everything all of us ever wanted. It's perfect the way it is.
If we sell and I was to give a message to the next owner, I would just really want to describe the work I've done, the conservation that has taken place here, and outline what I think from my perspective should be done going forward to make this place a better place than when we found it. And John, that's one of my passions, is managing land, and I would love to sit down with whoever buys it and make sure that they got a step-by-step plan that they can follow and take it for what it's worth. But I would be happy to share that, because some of this land's been in my family for a long time. I want to make sure that it's taken care of and managed the right way.